Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing another episode of Foundation. To get you guys up to date, since the last episode I have expanded our housing area and built few more houses around here. I also went ahead and assigned workers to all of our production buildings. Then I built a food stall for berries and a well nearby. This will satisfy our people's need for food and water requirement. So that's all that has happened since the last episode, and we have just finished building the tax office. So let's assign someone to it. Then we can start collecting taxes, because at the moment we are losing around 1 coin per month, and we need to start making money before we run out of everything we have. Previously I have accepted request for the tax office, and we have completed few of the requirements for that task. The next thing we need to do is to increase the tax rate. So let's do that right now, and then we need to wait for the tax collector to collect about 10 coins. So our main quest requires us to build a castle, and in the last episode we have placed down the buildings for the castle, but we haven't finished building that yet. Because currently we are running a little bit short on planks, and the planks production has been slow, so it's gonna take some time for us to get all the planks that we needed to complete the castle. In the meantime, I'm gonna start expanding our village. I want to look into possible industries that we can start. I want to start making tools as soon as possible, because most buildings in this game requires tools, but we can't unlock that yet, so we're gonna have to wait on that. Well, we have reached the common path tier 2. With that, we should be able to unlock some industries. So let's take a look at the progression tab. As I said, I do want to start making tools as soon as possible. This research is gonna cost me some coins, which I don't have a lot at the moment, but I think this will be worth in the long run. So let's unlock that. And let's place down some buildings to start our tooling industry. This right here seems like a good place for our tool making buildings. So this thing right here is an iron node. We can collect iron ore with the iron mining camp. So I'm gonna place the iron mining camp closer to the iron node, right around here. And then in order to process iron ore into iron bars, we need coal. And we get coal with this building, the charcoal hut. This building will burn logs to create charcoal. At first I thought it would take logs from our warehouse, but it actually cuts down its own trees, so we need to place it somewhere around trees. This seems like a good place for it. Then we need iron smelter to turn iron ore and charcoal into iron bars. So I'm gonna place this building closer to other two buildings. Somewhere like here would be fine. It does have a pollution radius, so we need to be careful not to get it too close to our houses. And finally, we need blacksmith building to make tools from iron bars. Oh, this building doesn't really have a pollution radius. So I'm gonna move the iron smelter a little bit away from the houses. And then we can place the blacksmith closer to the houses. Let's rotate it and place it facing this way. So I was thinking to build a small fishing village, little bit detached from our main residential area. Somewhere around here would be nice, right? So I do want it to be far away from other buildings, but not too far away. I think this right here would be nice. So let's place them up here. And I also want a couple of houses near. So the people working at the fishing pier can actually live nearby. And we can also move all of our primary food production buildings to this place as well. So we could place our first granary building in here as well. So this can store fish and berries and other primary source of foods. And I think this is gonna look alright. We have finished building our castle. Well, not so much a castle, but it's just a small hall and a tower at the moment. So I'm gonna accept this quest because we're gonna have to build the armory and the other buildings anyways. Anyhow, let's focus back on our main quest. So let's create our first company in our castle, and we're gonna need to assign soldiers to this company. We currently have 4 people, so let's assign them all. I'm gonna have to let them train before I can send them on any missions. Speaking of missions, let's take a look at the missions that we have. So at the moment I only have strategic patrol. I think you need to complete that mission in order to unlock the other missions. I am gonna customize the logo for this company. Let's go with the castle because it's our first castle company. And I do like the red and yellow pattern that we have on our main banner. So this looks nice. So I went ahead and added armory and barracks to our castle. The barracks will provide housing for the soldiers that we have, and once we store the spears in our armory, all of our soldiers should get weapons. Yeah, there you go, they do get weapons. As soon as this last soldier finishes training, I am gonna send this company on their first mission. We do have our first company fully trained and ready to go on missions. So I'm gonna assign them into strategic patrol mission and send them on their way. They're gonna go ahead and do their mission, and once they complete their mission, we can successfully complete our first quest. This seems like a nice place to stop this episode. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I really appreciate a subscribe from you. And see you guys in the next video. Bye.